How does it feel to die? We're not talking about some fast, violent death where there's no hope of knowing what's going on. Instead, what does a person experience while lying in a bed somewhere as the last moments of life slip away? Because nobody can ever report the sensation of true, irreversible death, science can only offer so much. People have returned from near death and report things like senses of peace, bliss, and of course, the visions of light and the specters of dead friends and relatives. But are those really examples of any kind of spiritual connection to the afterlife? Even the point of true death itself is difficult to define. Clinical death is the point where blood flow and respiration stop. During clinical death, brain synapses are still firing, but only for roughly 5 minutes until oxygen deprivation begins to irreversibly kill brain cells in large quantities. That's called biological death, and it's certainly the more final of the two. The problem is that people have only ever returned from clinical death, never from biological. So all we really know about the last minutes and seconds of life is based on measurements and educated assumptions. What science does know is that the human brain prepares to die. The last several days is called active death, and that's when a human begins to lose natural desires and senses in a very defined order. Your sense of hunger goes first, then your sense of thirst, then your ability to speak, and then your vision. Your senses of hearing and touch are the last to leave you and might even persist until the very end. It's in the moments nearing biological death, though, where things get truly strange. As your brain begins to die, it secretes large quantities of chemicals that are similar to what's been measured in people who are deep in thought. Among the areas that are overstimulated is the brain's visual system, and that seems to explain the stories of white light that we've all heard over the years. Even though many senses have shut down earlier, the rush of brain chemicals may leave a dying person feeling hyper-aware and even more conscious than normal. Even in the days leading up to death, dreams can become mixed with reality, and the dying person can struggle to know where the line is between the two. Most people who have returned from the brink of death report that their dreams were generally comforting, and they seem to decrease their anxiety about what's coming next. Although people who are hours or minutes away from dying may appear to be unconscious or sleeping, there's evidence to suggest that they're actually in a similarly dreamlike state. With most body functions shut down, the last minutes of life are apparently filled with comforting visions of people, pets, and enjoyable experiences from the past. The brain appears to dump its entire memory contents quite rapidly. So, could that mean that complex brains have evolved over centuries to let death come easily? If so, what about the pain? Yet again, science can't know for sure, but it generally believes that a person's collection of feelings diminishes as death nears. That appears to include both emotional and physical feelings, which means that even many painful terminal afflictions might not cause much discomfort in the last hours. There simply may not be enough awareness left to process significant pain of any kind. We all want to believe that a loved one's last moments are peaceful and free of pain or fear. Modern science apparently thinks that it's the plausible truth. The human brain, which can give us a lot of misery during our lives, appears to reward us in the end with serenity and calm. Perhaps most importantly, it might even relieve us of the most ultimate fear. If you like this video, please comment and hit the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos from this Wild AC channel. Thanks for watching.